Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us again for the 29th annual remembrance service. Thank you, Dennis and John, for that beautiful music. Julie started this back in 1993 with the help of Patty and Mike. They have kept the tradition going. Thank you, Julie, Patty, and Mike. My wife Carol and I remember being invited December 98 to the remembrance service. Our son Rich had been killed in April of 98 while on duty with the Sauk County Sheriff's Department. He was responding to a domestic violence call. During that remembrance service, we remembered somebody lighting the candle, and we also remember they read a poem. I'm having Christmas with Jesus Christ this year. At this time, I'd like to read that poem. I see the countless Christmas trees around the world below, with tiny lights like heaven stars reflecting on the snow. The sight is so spectacular, please wipe away the tear. I'm spending Christmas with Jesus Christ this year. I hear the many Christmas songs that people hold so dear, but the sound of music can't compare to the Christmas choir up here. For I have no words to tell you the joy their voices bring, for it's beyond description to hear an angel sing. I can't tell you of the splendor or the peace here in this place. Can you just imagine Christmas with our Savior face to face? I asked him to light your spirit. I tell him of your love. So then pray for one another as you lift your eyes above. Please let your heart be joyful and let your spirit sing. For I'm spending Christmas in heaven and I'm walking with the King. I know how much you miss me. I see the pain inside your heart. But I'm not so far away. Really, we aren't apart. So be happy for me, dear ones. You know I hold you dear. And I'm glad I'm spending Christmas with Jesus Christ this year. I send you each a special gift from my heavenly home above. I send you each a memory of my undying love. After all, love is a gift, more precious than pure gold. It was always most important in the story Jesus told. Please love and keep each other, as my Father said to do, for I can count the blessings or the love he has for you. So here's a Merry Christmas, and wipe away that tear. Remember, I'm spending Christmas with Jesus Christ this year. That poem and the lighting of the candle was the beginning of a new family tradition. Hopefully, when we leave this afternoon, you'll take away something from this remembrance service. Today, we're here because we all have something in common. You all have lost a loved one in the past year. At times, we wonder why God took our loved one. I've learned never put a question mark where God has put a period. Although our loved one isn't here physically, sitting right next to you, they are in our hearts. So people say, you'll get over it in time, or you'll soon find closure. So what do they mean? You'll get over it. You get over a cold, you get over a flu. But I don't think you'll ever get over the loss of a loved one. So what is closure? You close a door, a book. How do you close the loss of a loved one? I don't think we want to close out the loss of a loved one. So with the holidays coming up, you might say, well, I'm not going to have Christmas this year. So if your loved one was sitting next to you and he was to look at you and say, let's skip Christmas this year, what would your response be? What is needed is a new norm, a new family tradition that includes your loved one. But don't forget about some of the old special family traditions. Maybe watching a favorite movie or singing a Christmas carol. Remember, your loved one is in your heart. Attending the remembrance service in December of 98, again, I remember the lighting of the candles. Knowing that Carol and I would be attending a candlelight vigil at the National Law Enforcement Memorial in Washington, D.C. in May of 98, we took along some special candles to light and bring back with us to give some special people. We kept 2 of those candles for ourselves. Christmas Eve, 1999, while on our way to a candlelight service at church, we took our special candles with us. But on the way, we stopped at the cemetery and we lit a candle at Rich's grave. We then continued on to church. The candles were lit while singing Silent Night at the end of the service. Carol's sisters noticed that we had different candles. We explained the candles to them, and we told them that we lit a candle at Rich's grave. They said they were wondering because when they drove by, they thought they saw a light at Rich's grave, but they weren't going to say anything because they thought maybe we'd think they were seeing things. We then left the church and went to the cemetery. Yes, the candle was still lit, and it stayed lit throughout the night and during Christmas Day. And it wasn't even in a lantern. So this was the start of a new norm, a new tradition. Since that time, we light a candle every Christmas Eve on our way to the candlelight service at church. After church, we return back to the cemetery. The group is getting larger, and a lot more memories of past Christmases are shared. Yes, that includes memories of Rich. There's also other family members that come out to the cemetery and sing carols at their family members' graves on Christmas Eve. That's what they used to do. Every year, Carol and I will look for a lantern to buy for Rich's candle. That's Rich's Christmas present. Yes, we have quite a few lanterns at home. But if we can't find a lantern that we both like, we get a special candle with a special scent. Rich always liked a vanilla air freshener in his car. I remember one time we were going to go somewheres, and getting in the car, I rolled down the window, I took the air freshener, and I threw it out the window. He stopped, put the car in park. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I ain't leaving until you go and get my air freshener and put it back in my car." Now, every time I smell a vanilla candle or an air freshener, I think of that and I chuckle to myself. Enjoy the memories of your loved one, like the words in the verse of the last song we just heard. I remember all those great times we had. So many memories, some good, some bad. Yes, through it all, those memories will last forever. If you're having a Christmas dinner, include your loved one's favorite dish. Remember, as Christmas pass, share those memories. I remember the last Christmas we had with Rich and his family. All he wanted for Christmas was 3 pounds of Folgers coffee and 18 rolls of Charmin Ultra Strong toilet paper. Yes, that's what it's all about. We laugh with the memories. We laugh at the memories, and that's what it's all about. It's not getting over Christmas. It's getting through the holidays with the good memories we have and share. Our loved ones may not be here with us, but they're here in our hearts. Like the last verse of the song that John and Dennis played. And if I listen to my heart, I'll hear your laughter once more. And so I have to say, I'm just glad you came my way. I want to close with a verse I read the other night. And it went like this. Your memory is my keepsake. with which I'll never part. God has you in his keeping. I have you in my heart. I want to thank you for your time, and may God bless. Thank you.